Two rooms, 74 years apart. One promised development, the other delivers automation. Both say it's about lifting Asia, but both hide a commercial edge the little guys never saw coming. Britain's broke, communism is on the rise, and at the Commonwealth Foreign Ministers Conference in Colombo, Australia pitches something different. The West doesn't send troops, it sends textbooks, technology, and accountants. By July 1951, 6 donor countries are in: UK, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, India, Pakistan. The goal? Help develop Asia, but with Western tools, in English, and by design. Between 1951 and 1989, the Colombo Plan funded nearly 500,000 scholarships, thousands of trainee swaps, technical colleges transformed into factories for British standard clerks and engineers. Even accounting institutes in the UK trained thousands of Colombo-backed students by the early 60s. Australia's Percy spender, the architect, was blunt. The purpose was to protect the region from opportunists and subversives. In other words, communism. But beyond the political front, there was a longer game. A workforce built to Western specifications, loyal, low-cost, English-speaking. So what happened? By the 1970s, multinationals had moved in. Telcos, banks, insurance firms, all offshoring operations to Colombo-trained hubs. Manila, Kuala Lumpur, Colombo itself. The cost advantage was obvious. Roles that cost £12,000 in London could be done in Manila for less than £4,000, with training and standards aligned. SMEs, they couldn't play. No satellite links, no overseas managers, no ability to tap into what had just been built. The result was a two-speed system. The big guys arbitraged labour, small firms kept paying UK prices. By the time the term BPO went mainstream in the 1990s, the talent pipeline was already in place, and corporates were a generation ahead. April 2024. Satya Nadella takes the stage in Jakarta. The promise, $1.7 billion in cloud investment for Indonesia, and a commitment to train 2.5 million people across Asia in AI. In the Philippines alone, 1 million K-12 students will get exposure to AI and cybersecurity. 100,000 women will be upskilled through government-led programs, and national departments are already testing Microsoft Copilot for budgeting, compliance, economic planning. At the same time, Microsoft lays off 15,000 employees globally, including roles in its shared service centers in Manila. But here's what most missed. Those roles are being replaced, just not with full-time staff. Contractors, partners, AI, literate offshore workers, trained under this very program. This is a carbon copy of the 1960s playbook, except the export now isn't accounting or typing. It's AI fluency, automation oversight, prompt engineering. Microsoft isn't just building tools, it's building the labor force that will run them, offshore, on demand, and at 20% of the cost. The quiet part? These AI-trained replacements are being prepared before the layoffs finish rolling through Europe and North America. In the 1960s, the Colombo Plan reshaped Asia's workforce. It didn't just educate, it engineered a pipeline of low-cost, high-skill English-speaking labor that fed directly into Western corporate needs. It widened the productivity gap between enterprises and smaller firms for decades. Now, in 2025, the playbook is even sharper, faster, and more scalable. Today's AI skilling programs aren't about aid, they're about alignment. Train millions of people to operate, maintain, and supervise Copilot and autonomous agents, standardize their skill sets, and make them enterprise ready. And because they're born in the cloud, there's no physical infrastructure barrier, no shipping ledgers, just log in, and they're ready. The result? A second tectonic gap, but this time the multiplier is exponential. The cost advantage isn't 2 times, it's 5 times to 10 times. The tools scale instantly. The work that once needed 5 people in Leeds now takes 1 person in Manila and a bot. In 1965, it meant a few firms pulling ahead. By 1985, it meant they were unbeatable. In 2025, That curve is faster, and the firms that don't adapt won't just fall behind, they'll fall out. If you're a UK SME in 2025, here's what the runway looks like. McKinsey says Gen AI can automate 60 to 70% of white-collar hours. That's £24,000 to £28,000 per head in annual cost savings, or reinvestments per employee. But the enterprise edge doesn't stop at automation. They're combining AI copilots across every department, process mining to find new tasks to kill, and Filipino offshore controllers trained by Microsoft. Meanwhile, SME cash buffers are still recovering. AI platforms are expensive, talent is rare, and infrastructure is lacking. And the state isn't stepping in. There are no SME tax credits for AI, no low-cost cloud access programs, no skilling schemes at the scale needed. The result? An AI-native workforce under enterprise control, and SMEs stuck in analog mode. Let's be clear, this isn't about matching the giants. It's about surviving the shift. Automate what you can. Start with low-friction wins, invoice parsing, data chasing, email triage. You don't need a swarm of agents, you need margin. Use Power Automate, use open source tools, and learn the ROI. Outsource what you can, not just AI, workflows, but across the board. Project coordinators, admin, finance ops. If the task is repeatable and there's a clear process, get it offshore. The reality? Between 1950 and 2025, the Philippines has produced a workforce at 30 to 40% of the cost, with equal, and often higher, execution standards. Except the gap is informational, not ability-based. The talent exists, the systems exist. SMEs just haven't seen the playbook. Track the change. You don't need to operate like Microsoft, but you do need to understand what each step is saving you and where to reinvest next. Don't just outsource it, know it. At Ovara, we can't level the field completely, but we can narrow the angle. We've headhunted from the same pool Microsoft's training, and we're building for SMEs, not Fortune 500s. The Colombo Plan gave big business a 50-year labor advantage. Most SMEs never saw the mechanism, they just paid the difference. Microsoft's AI skilling pledge is the same script, except this time, the cycle doesn't take decades, it takes 3 years. History doesn't repeat, it compounds. Share this before the ladder gets pulled up. Again.